If you eat honey every day, you may soon find yourself looking and feeling better. In fact, our health can benefit in many ways from a daily dose of the cheap and delicious sweet substance. Here are all the ways honey helps us when we eat it every day. Used as a beauty secret by people the world over, honey is an effective tool for cleaning, protecting, and healing wounds, and can also act as a barrier to prevent infection. However, the benefits of honey for your skin don't stop at topical applications. Nutrition author David Wolfe writes in his book The Beauty Diet, honey's amino acids support tissue rebuilding and repair to keep the foundation under the skin plump and strong. In addition, honey contains melatonin, which helps in the quest for sleep, which we know is key to keeping skin looking healthy. The world around us is full of toxins, and we often indulge in foods and beverages that aren't the kindest to our bodies. Luckily, nature provides a solution. Studies have shown that honey's antioxidant properties may be able to lessen the effects of many diseases associated with excessive free radicals in the body. Foods such as tea, berries, and honey are full of flavonoids, or plant chemicals that can help treat oxidative stress, which is caused by an imbalance of antioxidants and free radicals. By adding honey to your morning tea, you can help your body detox and get back in balance.
Just relax and don't move.
This is the most stressed out I've ever been in my life.
Nothing runs in the human body without the heart, so it's important to keep the blood pumping muscle in tip-top shape. We know from countless medical studies that diet and exercise are key elements of our heart health. And one tasty food you can work into your diet in order to benefit your heart is, you guessed it, honey. In addition to helping to rid your body of toxins, the antioxidants and flavonoids in honey could be associated with reduced risk of heart disease. A 2010 review in the African Journal of Traditional, Complementary, and Alternative Medicines noted that flavonoids decrease the risk of coronary heart disease in 3 ways. Not only do they widen the coronary blood vessels, but they also decrease the ability of the platelets in the blood to clot. Additionally, flavonoids prevent the oxidation of LDLs that could contribute to the hardening and narrowing of your arteries. So if you want to take good care of your heart, try eating honey. Chock full of carbohydrates, honey is an important natural, nutritional, and energy-giving food source. That's why athletes around the world turn to the substance to aid in athletic performance. When in training mode, many athletes reach for sports gels to help replenish glycogen and improve endurance, but it turns out honey is a natural alternative. Regarding a recent study of honey versus sports gels, Richard Kreider, a principal investigator at the University of Memphis Exercise and Sport Nutrition Laboratory, told Scientific American, "We were pleased to find that honey, a cocktail of various natural sugars, performed just as well as sports gels." While it may seem strange to eat calorie-packed honey while on a weight loss journey, honey has actually been proven to be a helpful factor in weight loss. A 2011 study on rats revealed that honey resulted in 14.7% less weight gain in the rats that consumed honey instead of sucrose. In another rat-based study in 2017, researchers found that honey produced better results than a drug meant to control obesity. The study also noted that the 2 kinds of honey used were not created equal, as Gellam honey performed better than acacia honey in the attempt to squelch weight gain. When it comes to humans, studies are still being conducted, but a 2018 diabetes study found that participants who incorporated honey into their daily diet experienced a significant decrease in waist circumference over participants who did not. Hangovers are the worst. A fun night out can deplete us, dehydrate us, and keep us in bed for the whole day with a blanket over our heads. Fortunately, honey may help keep hangovers at bay. There is evidence that honey aids in the metabolic process of alcohol in the system. A 2009 study on fructose and alcohol metabolization found that honey reduced the duration of alcohol intoxication by 30.7% and accelerated the elimination of alcohol from bloodstream by 44.7%. Dr. Kevin Strang, a physiology professor at University of Wisconsin-Madison, told Cosmopolitan that he suggests eating a honey-covered banana when you're hungover. The sugars in the sweet snack deliver a speedy dose of glucose to the bloodstream, helping you to feel less irritable. If we aren't getting enough sleep, we not only get cranky, but can also seriously harm our long-term health. If you're struggling with sleep, eating honey is an ancient trick that can help you fall asleep and stay there. As a matter of fact, cultures from all over the world have their own pre-sleep rituals involving honey. From Europeans drinking warm milk and honey, to folks in Mexico sipping warm chamomile tea with honey before bed, there are plenty of ways to harness the power of honey to get rest. Swallowing a couple spoonfuls of honey at bedtime causes the pancreas to release insulin, which in turn sends tryptophan to the brain. This leads to serotonin being converted to melatonin in the pineal gland, helping us fall and stay asleep. For centuries, humans have been using honey to relieve stress and help soothe anxiety, mixing it into calming teas and adding it to warm milk as a pre-sleep aid. Since sleep is a key component in keeping anxiety levels low, it's important to make sure we're getting enough rest every night if we have any hope of managing stress and anxiety. There are oodles of stress relief beverages from all over the world that include honey. One such tried and true recipe is moon milk. a sleep aid which has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine, one of the world's oldest holistic healing systems. Some of the key ingredients in moon milk are ashwagandha, nutmeg, and, you guessed it, honey. There are several types of cholesterol found in the human body, but when we hear the initials LDL, we know we're talking about the bad kind. Or low-density lipoprotein cholesterol can lead to plaque buildup in the arteries of the heart, increasing our risk for heart attacks and strokes. There are many ways to prevent that dangerous buildup, including medicine, exercise, and making changes to diet. One such change you can make to help lower your levels of heart-hurting LDL is to eat more honey. In a 2009 study, it was found that participants who ate honey had lower body mass indexes, which has been correlated with lower LDL numbers. While female participants who ingested a sugar solution were found to have increased LDL levels, the women who ate honey did not. An additional 2013 study showed that consuming natural honey can limit the rise in blood glucose in healthy young adults, while significantly decreasing their levels of total cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides. What we eat affects how well many of our body's systems function, and our brains are no exception. Fortunately, honey's ability to lower LDL cholesterol levels may also benefit our brains. Dr. Francine Gradstein of Harvard Medical School told Harvard Health, "We know LDL cholesterol is bad for your heart. There is now a lot of evidence that it's also bad for your brain. It turns out that cholesterol can build up into plaque in the brain, potentially leading to diseases such as Alzheimer's. High LDL levels also contribute to an increased risk for strokes, which are caused by a disruption in blood flow to the brain and can lead to significant brain damage. By keeping your LDL levels low through regular consumption of honey, you can help keep your brain healthy and functioning at its best." Acid reflux is not only an annoying condition to have to endure on a day-to-day basis, but it can also be incredibly painful. The condition occurs when stomach acid rises up into the esophagus. And while many factors can cause it, eating fried food, drinking alcohol, and smoking are all known to exacerbate the issue. The symptoms of acid reflux can range from a burning sensation in the chest to a lump in the throat, chest pain, issues with swallowing, and regurgitation. A bad case of acid reflux can make it hard to get through your day, and can even disrupt your sleep. Although there are plenty of over-the-counter medications you can take to help alleviate the symptoms of acid reflux, one of the best remedies can be found in nature. Known for both its anti-inflammatory and wound-healing properties, honey can potentially quell the painful symptoms that arise when stomach acid begins to irritate the esophagus. According to the Indian Journal of Medical Research, honey's high density, high viscosity, and low surface tension all work together to enable it to remain in the esophagus longer, coating the mucous membrane and providing lasting relief. Gut health is a key component to our physical and mental health. With thousands of bacteria working deep in our bellies, if anything is out of whack, it can make us feel really crummy. Fortunately, the antibacterial properties of honey can help rid the digestive tract of unwanted visitors, and can even help protect the body against dangerous microorganisms like E. coli and Salmonella. In addition, a 2006 study showed that by substituting the sugars in processed foods with honey, we can reduce the harmful effects of mycotoxins on our bodies, while also improving our gut microflora. Honey has also been proven to fight off the pesky bacteria that can lead to dyspepsia and gastric ulcers in humans. This is because honey contains hydrogen peroxide, a component that is present due to a natural enzyme bees have in their stomachs called glucose oxidase. As the bees work to turn the nectar they collect into honey, this glucose oxidase turns into hydrogen peroxide, which then preserves the honey against bacteria. Ever since ancient times, people all over the world have been using honey and lemon to ward off a cough and soothe a sore throat. This natural remedy is so effective that it's still pervasive today, and there's real science behind why honey works to help calm a persistent cough. In one 2010 study, honey was found to be a more effective cough suppressant than the active ingredients in several common over-the-counter cough medicines, such as Benadryl and Robitussin. When it comes to honey's ability to soothe a pesky sore throat, the science is still inconclusive. However, in a 2018 article in the New York Magazine, in which professional singers offered their best quick fixes for sore throats, many of the musicians listed honey as part of their solutions. Three-time Grammy Award winner Angelique Kidjo gargles with warm water infused with fresh thyme, a tablespoon of butter, and a tablespoon of honey whenever her throat begins to hurt. Meanwhile, R&B singer-songwriter Aaron Livingston, who goes by the stage name Son Little, recommends a teaspoon of Manuka honey mixed with as much chopped up garlic as he can handle, as a surefire way to soothe a scratchy throat. It's a well-known old wives' tale that including local honey in your diet can help ward off the effects of allergies by gradually exposing allergy sufferers to local pollens, helping them build up an immunity. Unfortunately, according to the New York Times, there is no evidence to back up this claim. However, while local honey may not do much for your seasonal allergies, eating a spoonful of honey every day can aid in boosting your immune system. Your immune system is incredibly complex and can be compromised by a variety of factors such as lack of sleep, improper diet, travel, stress, and poor gut health, many of which we already know can be improved through the regular ingestion of honey. And in addition to honey's beneficial antioxidant and antibacterial properties, there's plenty of evidence that eating honey every day also helps boost your immune system. So if you haven't been feeling your best, Try adding a spoonful of honey to your daily routine and see how much better you feel. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.